What's going on, guys? Everyone's on here. Harper Porsche. Hope you're all doing well. Sorry, I'm extremely tan. I was out in the sun all day yesterday, so tan, red, whatever you want to call me. I apologize. There isn't a filter that makes me pretty, so we'll just do the best we can. So thanks, guys, for watching. This is if you're getting a 991 generation Porsche 911, one of my favorites. Kind of grew up with this car is what it feels like sometimes. This is a Carrera 4S, as you can see by the video. This particular one is a 2014. Very cool car, full leather, just a nice car. 38,000 miles. There's a separate video walk around on my channel. Just look it right up there. You'll see it. Very cool video to watch. This is more of a delivery. So if you guys have one, feel free to walk through this. This is for the customer I've sold it to. Thank you for your business. We do appreciate it. I'm going to keep this video up so you guys can, get some helpful tips from it. I'm going to basically get into just the setup of it. It is not super complicated. I'm going to run through the menus. You'll see I click the hatch close lightly with my palm on my hand. There's a few different ways that people will tell you to do it. That's the way that we've always done it here at Porsche, so you don't dent the hood. You don't want to slam it. So just a word of advice on that for the front. And of course, the two storage compartments, which I'll clip in this video that you can see where the spare can fix-a-flat, of course, is. And the tow hook, so you'll see that. Let's take a look. Let's take a deep dive here. All right, so we got our key on the left. We're going to the right. That's going to turn it. I'm not going to start it. We are in the showroom, so lights are going to be here, auto mode, and you're going to hit this little confirm. We got the nav up. We're going to go left to right just to make this easier. So we got our lights are on auto. Of course, you get parking lights and manual override, and you'll see these little guys light up here, of course. Off. Over here on the left, you got your memory seats. If you have the 14-way or 18-way option, you hit set and 1. You'll hear the chime and it's saved. You would hit number 1 or number 2, whatever your recall is, to pull back the position where it was basically before you get in the car and turn it on. That way it retains the memory. You can recall it, but you have to hold the button if the key is on or started. That's a safety feature, so the seat isn't moving while you're trying to run, of course. Here we've got our windows. They're all both one touch. Your left and right mirror adjustments. Very easy stuff here. The rear fog lights, by the way, you got to go to manual mode and pull all the way. Pull. And you'll see this turns on. That's the rear red fog lights. That's what they have in Germany. Just so you know how to get to that, okay? E-brake is hiding down here. If you pull it, nothing happens. That's your disconnect. Push it, it's armed. You have to have your foot on the brake with the key on, pull it. There you go, now it's off. That's your emergency brake, and you'll see it light up here. Right now all the lights are on because I'm in accessory mode. Tire pressure light. If you're having anything yellow is going to be check it, right? Like ABS, traction control. You got a light bulb misbehaving or light misbehaving. Hold mode is if you're on a hill, and what it will do is it'll actually hold the rear brakes. Since this is a double clutch transmission, and technically when you're idling you're in neutral, it will actually show you that hold symbol if you're on a little bit of a hill. So just be aware of that on there, okay? This is the sport steering wheel. Some of you guys might have a multi-function steering wheel with some controls on it. The sport wheel is a little bit more kind of business, right? So we've got the kind of sport-derived thumb grips and very simple setup. So on here, when you turn like sport mode on, it lights up here. Sport Plus, these buttons are right here. So these are gonna be your driving modes. It is default to normal. Sport mode will enhance your throttle response. It will also enhance the shift points and hold the gears longer. If you go to Sport Plus, even more enhancement on the gear changes. In fact, it seems to throttle up, which is kind of cool when you're in the PDK automatic mode. In the manual mode, of course, it's definitely going to be a firmer shift. So on here, you've got your... you notice when I put Sport Plus on, it also did your PASM, or your Porsche Active Suspension Management. That would be for stiff. So stiff, fully active. Basically, these two lights will be on for maximum attack mode, track mode, back roads, and you just want the maximum amount of handling in the stiffest setting, basically. This has sport exhaust. Some cars may not have it. That would turn the exhaust up so you can hear it. There's a little valve inside there that opens, or a little flap. This is start, stop, cancel. The red light on is actually canceled. That means it's off. And then, of course, your sunroof. This is your pull for your roof. This is your tilt, and this is your put it, like close it. Door locks are in the middle. If it's locked, it's red. If it's unlocked, you're good. Nothing there. Hazards. And then up here, you're going to have, if you have heated, cooled seats options, they'll be right here. And they're not turning on while the key is on. It's got to be running. So you'll see the cool is blue and the heat is red, obviously. Defrost modes, sorry, got a lot of light coming in there. Recirculate, your rear defrost mode. And then over here, you're going to have your settings for where you want the air to go if it's not in auto mode. So if you want to just set the temp to auto like it is right now and sync, you've got this auto switch over here, and you just hit the auto button. If you hold it, it will sync like so. So that means just your one zone will do both zones, right? Then you got your temperature control over here. That will obviously bypass the sync. That's for the passenger. Hold again, we're back to sync. Very easy stuff. There is still an AC max button, of course, for when it's really hot. Source mode here. That's going to give you your options. Sorry for the glare. You've got AM, FM, satellite right on here. And then if you want to actually see those, you got to be in the tuner mode here or the media mode, depending on which one you're doing. Media is going to be anything like auxiliary Bluetooth. If it was connected to Bluetooth, it would actually say auxiliary Bluetooth if I had a phone on it. That's where you're going to get your audio. So when you pair your phone, you'll go to phone. You'll put your phone in Bluetooth mode. And then you'll hit find telephone while it's in Bluetooth mode. Give it about a 20-second count at most. You should populate your phone, click on that, and then hit all your permissions on the phone, and your phone will populate, and then it will say auxiliary Bluetooth, of course, if it is turned on your phone, which it should be. Easy stuff. And then you'll see your phone and all your contacts and all that. There is no Apple CarPlay on this generation. There are modifications out there. Of course, being at Porsche, I'm going to tell you not to do that, but I do know that they exist where people change chipsets out and things like that. And if you're out of warranty and want to take that risk, that's something that you can certainly explore on your own. The tuner button here is going to be your radio options. So it's pretty easy. Left and right will be your skip, right? Changing all your channels. Looks like right now it's not active, so, and of course we're just inside the showroom, so we don't have good signal, but if you want to save, you basically hold it, and it will save it. This one is not a channel, that's why it's not saving it. Hits one, there you go. So you heard it chime, so preview one, there you go. If you want to go AM, FM, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can hit the source, and then you can hit FM here, or you can hit the tuner button multiple times, and it will jog through your options right there. So whatever your preference is. And then once again, you got your separate FM stations right here. Once again, push and hold, and you're overriding it. Nice and easy. Answer the phone, hang up the phone, easy stuff there. The car mode is going to take you into your compass, your temperature, the range, like miles till empty. And of course, you can reset all this by hitting reset by holding, And you can do total trip data. I'm going to just wash this one out because we're handing this over. So there you go. If you go to option up in the top here, or there's actually an option button. Once again, sorry for the glare. You can see my face there. Option will take you to optional wherever you're in. If you're in car or you're in radio, it'll give you secondary options. I always compare it to like right-clicking a mouse, right? Trying to get to a secondary option. Set PCM is where you would reset it. And I would do vehicle handover. First prompt, reset all factory settings? Yes. I always do this on a delivery. That way there's no stored anything in there. You're basically starting right from scratch, right? So it's resetting it, done. The radio goes back to an FM channel, 87.9, done. It's ready to rock. Very simple. All the presets are cleared. So that's how you reset it if you had to. Map is going to be your map, of course. If you want to do things like pinch and zoom, or you can't pinch and zoom on here, but you can use this spin wheel here. This is the controller that will zoom in and out. And then Navi is where you would enter your address, start with the country, state, USA, walk it right through. You can quick step it by touching the bar here instead of just arrowing down one by one. Pretty cool. And then that's basically that. So info, this is going to be things that if you're signed up for satellite radio and you have some of the options, you can get like traffic messages and things like that. So, and then back to source, FM, done. So volume is here. You can click that to quick mute it. You can see the mute symbol there. And that's basically it. The PCM is not hard. There is a CD player in here. If you got some old school CDs, throw one in there. That's eject. It's only one. Don't try to do multiple. Back to the dash. I'm going to show you this here. I won't leave the key on too long. To control this, you either use your multifunction wheel. If you've got it on the wheel, you would scroll and click on the controller here. Because it's a sport wheel, you're basically using this to jog up and down to rotate through the main menus in here. So the vehicle screen, I would call that your main headquarters, right? So if you look here, you're in the screen. If I push it forward, it will select options. So forward takes me to info, and then I'm going to jog it down. See what I'm doing? Down, up. And then to select it, you would push it forward. So oil measurement, we're good, right? Just give you an idea. Sometimes it'll say not available. That's on occasion. The car's been sitting for a while. Sometimes you got to run it, drive it, and it will clear up. No big deal. If you are low, it will give you a low oil warning back here. So back gets you out. So if you go all the way back, it'll take you back to where you were. So forward is like, I call it the yes button. Pull back's the no button. No, I don't want it. If you want to select it, you basically push it forward and just jog up and down to jog through all the different menus. So vehicle menu, audio menu. If I click forward on audio menu, I get all the stations. Pull back, down, phone, click forward. I would see my phone contacts, whatnot. Click down again, I got my map. If I click it forward, I've got options there, 3D map, auto zoom, yada, yada, yada. Pull back, get you out. Down again, navigation, last destination, trip information, tire pressure monitors. The rears will be more than the fronts, they're wider. The tire pressures are in the door, by the way. If you open up the door, they'll show you what's supposed to be. And then on here, you see your all-wheel drive. If the car does have all-wheel drive, this is a 4S, so it does. That's your torque split. The Sport Chrono, if you have the Chrono option, you will have the Sport Plus button, and you will have the Chrono clock up here, of course. And if you click it forward, that will start. And you can see it, Chrono. Pretty cool. Do lap time. So you got round, stop, reset. If I reset, it resets the clock and goes back to the standard clock. Pretty neat. So you'll see it kind of recalibrate. And it is normal for that to recalibrate. If you haven't started it in a while, you might see that spin around. That's okay. It's going to calibrate time. So there you go. I'll go back here. So back gets me out. Remember, back is out. So we're going to jog back down. We got G-force meter. We have the vehicle information screen again. So that is your what we call a menu scope, right? Vehicle, audio, all this stuff, and it just goes round and round and round. We'll go to vehicle, hit the button forward, go down to settings, and this is going to be your display settings if you want to change the upper line, fuel range, compass, whatever you want to put up there. Vehicle menu, how it looks on the main vehicle screen. You can change this stuff around. So coolant temp, oil, vehicle voltage, you can click on this and say, nah, Derek, I really want to see whatever, GPS height, I want to see my altitude. You can select that, and now when I back all the way out, you can see it on the bottom there. It'll populate once I drive outside the building here, and it realizes how high it is there above sea level. Pretty cool. So you got a lot of options there to customize. So forward again, go down to settings, and we're going to do, so locking, if you want to change the door locks. Comfort entry, if you have a power seat, you'll see that, and the seat will come, basically it'll come back and the steering wheel will go up, right? Comfort entry. That's all that is. If you don't have a power seat, you will not see that. Neither will you see auto memory because there's no memory for it. Auto memory is going to retain the way you set up your car, the way that you had the climate and the radio and things like that are all going to be retained on your memory. Door unlock. Right now it's on all doors. You can set it to just driver's door, where basically you have to double click the remote to get to the driver's door unlock. I've got it on all doors for now. Air conditioning is going to be like auto recirculate, volume for the warning tones, language, yada, yada, yada. This stuff's pretty straightforward. Lights and visibility, exterior lights, how long you want the lights on for, interior lights, ambient light. That's the glow in the cabin from the ambient lighting, if you want to adjust the brightness of it. And the fade out is, right now it's 60 seconds. I usually drop that to 30, how long you want the inside lights on for. I try to make it match the exterior lights. There you go, now they're the same. Reverse option, what that will do is dip this mirror over here. So it'll dip down so you can see the curbs or whatever you're about to back into, basically. You got to remember in this era, it's pretty rare to have a rear view camera. So that's something that is nice. There is park sensors that will beep, though. So there you go. There's my altitude now listed. You got through my settings menu, pretty straightforward stuff. Up here, there's all where you're going to be. You're straight down for drive, of course. I don't have to tell you this stuff. Over to the left. So if you push this to the left, you're in manual mode, and you can paddle shift down or paddle shift up. You can also do it right here in this generation, up and down. So it does have a rev match system. It's going to basically bounce off the rev limiter if you down gear too much. So just be prepared for that, and make sure you upshift or throw it back to drive. If you don't want to drive a manual, just move it right back over to drive. You can move it over there anytime you want. It will basically be ready for the next gear is what it's going to do. So pretty cool. Cup holders. If you push the little cup holder guy right there, and then you push the little cup holder button, these are going to pop out and they can extend. And then you want to clip that back in there. You got one on the passenger side as well. Click it closed. And I do try to push it right in the middle. It seems to close better in the middle. Got your glove box. There is a, right here, 12 volt. And there's a USB in there as well, and a auxiliary adapter. That's where the auxiliary would be for the old headphone jack style. So in here on the side is where you would open this, and there's another 12 volt there for you. You got a couple of those hanging around. And then down here on your left is going to be cruise control. So this is going to be the ready mode. Now when it is ready, you see that little box pop up right here. That means that it is ready. So once it's ready and that box is on, you push it forward to set it. You got to be going over 20 miles an hour. Pull it back to slow it down. You got resume and off. Very straightforward. Directionals are here. Sorry. Just like every other car. If you light tap it, you do get the lane change assist. So lane change 3-blink. If you fully click it down, you're committed to the turn, and you're going to turn the wheel for it to shut down. Very, very easy there. High beams are going to be forward, and you'll see the little high beam symbol up there. If you want to flash to pass, you just pull. So, yep, very cool stuff, guys. Hope that helps. This car is not complicated. I mean, basically, it's get in, drive it, enjoy it, have fun with it. And, of course, if you have any questions, feel free to throw it in the comments. I'll try to answer them as quick as I can. I do tell people to keep a trickle charger on these. I will show you where the battery is under the hood, and I'll show you where the fuel tank is next, and we'll close up this video. So under here, you pull this up. It's easier with two hands. Slide that out, and just be careful you don't scratch anything. There's your battery. There's your air cleaner. There is your air pump for your when you put your fix-a-flat in there if you had an emergency. And of course your washer fluid and your brake fluid. So it's kind of what's under here. And then you slide this guy under here. Just line up the tabs. See the little tabs? See the yellow? Slide it right in there. Make sure it's pushed back all the way. There we go. It's easier with two hands. There it goes. Once it's all the way back, it should clip nicely into here. There it goes. That's it. You want that to be sealed. So water will come down here and drain out these little drain holes. Then you got your fuel tank right here. Make sure the car is unlocked. Click. Done. Make sure it's clicked once when you're done. Pretty easy. Premium, definitely. Shut lightly here. Coolant fill, oil fill, mobile one. That's what's under the back. And the spoiler button is here. If you push it once, it will pop the spoiler. If you hold it, it will put the spoiler down. The red light will actually go out, just as a little tip there. So there's access to the rear. Up here, you got these little pulls, and you can fold these down so you can put golf clubs in. Pretty straightforward. All right, guys, that concludes the 991 generation. Well, not really .2. There's some differences on a .2, which is 2017 and up. So .2 we'll do a separate video for once I get one in here. Thank you guys for watching. Derek Bonzani here at Harper Porsche. Stay tuned for more.